Remain on the same floor. Do not use elevators. Outdoors. Move into the open, away from buildings, trees, signs, street lights, and utility wires. Once the shaking has stopped, proceed with caution. Avoid bridges or ramps that might have been damaged by the quake. After the quake, expect aftershocks. They often follow earthquakes and may even be as strong as or stronger than the initial quake. Listen to a battery-operated radio or television for the latest emergency instructions and warnings. Check on and help your neighbors. Help injure or trap persons without putting yourself at risk. Help neighbors who may require special assistance, such as those with infants, the elderly, and people with disabilities. Stay out of damaged buildings. Return home only when authorities say it is safe. Use the telephone for emergency calls. Beware of gas leaks down electrical lines and water and sewer main breaks. Report these to authorities as soon as possible. When heavy soil shoes, check for fire hazards, as well as spilled chemicals, medical, medicine, flammable liquids, etc. After searching for hazards, open windows to vent potentially dangerous fumes. If electrical system damage is suspected, such as frayed wires or smell of hot insulation, turn off the system at main circuit breaker or fuse box. Have it inspected by a professional. If water leaks are suspected, turn off water at the main valve. Tape broken windows to prevent glass shards from falling during aftershocks. And OEM says, although earthquakes are uncommon in New York, tremors occasionally occur and residents should be prepared. Identify safe places in each room of your home. A safe place can be under a solid piece of furniture and away from windows. Hanging objects or tall furniture that could fall on you. Prepare your home by securing bookcases and other top-heavy objects to the wall and store large and heavy items on lower shelves. Do not hang large pictures or mirrors above a sofa or other places where people may sit or sleep. Note that after an earthquake, your utility may be disrupted. Learn how to shut off the source of natural gas to your home if you smell a leak. In the event of an earthquake, drop, cover, and hold on. Drop to the floor, take cover under a solid piece of furniture or next to an interior wall. Cover your head and neck with your arms. Hold on to a sturdy piece of furniture and be prepared to move with it. Stay where you are until the shaking stops. Move carefully after the quake. Watch for items that may have fallen or broken. Put on sturdy shoes before investigating further to prevent potential injuries from broken glass. If power is out, use a flashlight and turn on a battery-operated radio for more information. Do not use candles or open flames as a source of light. If you smell gas, leave immediately and call 911. Open closet and cabinet doors carefully as items may have shifted inside. Clean up spills of hazardous or flammable liquids immediately. Be prepared for aftershocks, which often follow an earthquake. I believe that it's a faint possibility for an earthquake to hit New York or around New York. And if an earthquake does hit New York or around New York, I believe it can happen between the years 2009 and 2017. Number 5 is about volcanic eruptions. In the year 2001 and 2007, I had 2 dreams about a volcanic eruption affecting Brooklyn, New York in an indirect way. Let us learn how a person can prepare for a volcano eruption disaster from studying FEMA and Homeland Security emergency readiness documents. FEMA says if a volcano erupts where you live, the evacuation order issued by authorities and evacuate immediately from the volcano area to avoid flying debris, hot gases, lateral blasts, and lava flow. Be aware of mud flows. The danger from a mud flow increases near streams, channels, and with prolonged heavy rains. Mud flows can move faster than you can walk or run. Look upstream before crossing a bridge, and do not cross the bridge if a mud flow is approaching. Avoid river valleys and low-lying areas. Remember to help your neighbors who may require special assistance, such as infants, elderly people, and people with disabilities. Listen to a battery-powered radio or television for the latest emergency information. If you have a respiratory ailment, avoid contact with any amount of ash. Wear long-sleeve shirts and long pants. Use goggles and wear eyeglasses instead of contact lenses. Use a dust mask or hold a damp cloth over your face to help with breathing. Stay away from areas downwind from the volcano to avoid volcanic ash. Stay indoors until the ash has settled, unless there is a danger of the roof collapsing. Close doors, windows, and all ventilation in the house, such as chimney vents, furnaces, air conditioners, fans, and other vents. Clear heavy ash from flat or low-pitched roofs and from rain gutters. Avoid running car or truck engines. Driving can stir up volcanic ash that can clog engines, damage moving parts, and stall vehicles. Avoid driving in heavy ashfall unless absolutely required. If you have to drive, keep speed down to 35 miles per hour or slower. What to do before a volcanic eruption? Add a pair of goggles and disposable breathing masks for each member of the family to your disaster supply kit. Stay away from active volcano sites. If you live near a known volcano, active or dormant, be ready to evacuate at a moment's notice. A volcano is a mountain that opens downward to a reservoir of molten rock below the surface of the earth. Unlike most mountains, which are pushed up from below, volcanoes are built up by an accumulation of their own eruptions. Eruptions can be quiet or explosive. They may be lava flow, poisonous gas, and flying rocks and ash. Because of their intense heat, lava flow are great fire hazards. Lava flows destroy everything in their path. Fresh volcanic ash made of pulverized rock can be abrasive, acidic, gritty, gassy, and odorous. While not immediately dangerous to most adults, the acidic gas and ash can cause lung damage to small infants, to older adults, and to those suffering from severe respiratory illnesses. And Homeland Security says potentially active volcanoes in the United States exist mainly in Hawaii, Alaska, and the Pacific Northwest. When pressure builds up within a volcano's molten rock, it has the potential to erupt, sending forth lava flow, poisonous gas, and flying rock and ash that can sometimes travel hundreds of miles downwind. Follow instructions of local emergency officials. Knowing your community warning system and disaster plans, including evacuation routes. Plan to evacuate quickly and to take your portable emergency supply kit with you. Plan ahead by adding extra goggles and something to cover your nose and mouth to your emergency supply kit. Include something to cover your nose and mouth for every member of your family. If you are unable to evacuate, and in order to protect yourself from falling ash, you should remain indoors with doors, windows, and ventilation closed until the ash settles. Stay informed. Local authorities may not immediately be able to provide information on what is happening and what you should do. However, you should listen to NOAA weather radio, watch TV, listen to the radio, or check the internet often for official news and instruction as they become available.